Darth Maul was never born with hatred in his heart. He was born into silence, a silence filled with danger, ritual, and survival. On Dathomir, strength was not admired, it was required. Weakness did not invite mercy, it invited extinction. From his earliest memories, Maul learned that pain was not something to avoid, but something to endure. Emotion was not guidance, it was armor. The Force responded to him early, violently, not light or dark, just power, surging without direction. And power without direction always attracts attention. The Jedi felt it long before they understood it. At first, the disturbance was logged and ignored. Dathomir had always been strange, but this was different, focused, centered, like the Force itself was pointing at a single place. When the Jedi expedition arrives, they do not expect a child. They expect an artifact, a relic, some ancient echo. Instead, they find a boy already watching them. Maul does not run. He does not attack. He studies them, suspicious, calculating, already shaped by a world that taught him to never trust intent. The Jedi feel the weight of his presence immediately. Some reach for their sabers instinctively, not because he is hostile, but because the Force around him feels compressed, like a storm held in a small space. Dangerous, one master whispers. Qui-Gon Jinn hears something else. Potential. Not potential for destruction, potential for depth. Qui-Gon kneels, meeting Maul at eye level. He does not probe his mind. He does not reach through the Force. He simply speaks, and Maul listens. That moment changes everything. The Council debates for days. Bringing the child back is a risk. Leaving him guarantees worse. In the end, the decision is not unanimous, but it is made. Maul leaves Dathomir. The Jedi Temple is not salvation. It is confinement. The halls are too quiet. The rules too rigid. The calm feels unnatural, almost threatening. Maul's instincts scream at him that stillness is a trap. That control means surrender. Meditation becomes torture, not because Maul cannot sit still, but because stillness forces him to feel everything at once. Anger, fear, grief, confusion. Masters tell him to let go. They never explain how. Qui-Gon does. He teaches Maul that emotion is not poison. It is pressure. Left unattended, it explodes. Understood, it stabilizes. He does not ask Maul to erase his anger. He asks him to recognize it before it recognizes him. Years pass. Maul grows stronger, faster, sharper. His combat instincts are unmatched. He adapts styles instead of memorizing them. He learns his opponents before striking. Other initiates fear him, not because he is cruel, but because he is honest in a place that values restraint. When Maul builds his lightsaber, the double blade is not a statement. It is a solution. Maul explains it simply: one blade to defend, one to control space. The Council argues it's aggressive. Qui-Gon counters that aggression is not evil when used to protect. The Council allows it. They never fully accept him. That seed of distance never leaves. As Maul becomes a knight, he begins sensing something else, a presence that does not announce itself. A shadow moving through politics, not battlefields. The Force around senators feels distorted. Conversations leave after images in his mind. Someone is shaping events. Qui-Gon listens. The Council hesitates. They remember old prophecies, old fears. Sith legends resurface quietly. Palpatine feels the pressure immediately. The Sith Grand Plan was built on invisibility. Maul's existence threatens that invisibility, not because he knows the Sith are real, but because he senses manipulation before it solidifies. The Naboo crisis unfolds differently. Maul stands beside Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan when Count Dooku finally steps out of the shadows. Dooku's words are measured, deliberate. He does not insult the Jedi. He does not boast. He speaks truth. The Republic is rotting. The Jedi are tools. The Council fears what they cannot predict. He looks directly at Maul. "You already know this," he says. For a moment, the Force tightens. Maul considers the offer, not because he is tempted by power, but because Dooku understands something the Council never did. The difference is choice. Maul refuses. Because the Sith do not offer freedom. They offer replacement chains. The Clone Wars erupt. Maul becomes a general, not by desire, but necessity. He studies battlefields like ecosystems. He learns how fear spreads, how hope collapses. He prioritizes extraction over victory, survival over spectacle. Clones follow him willingly. The council grows, uneasy. Maul's influence spreads, not through authority, but respect. Troopers trust him. Civilians remember him. An image of a Jedi who fights without detachment begins to form. And then Anakin Skywalker enters the Order. Maul recognizes him instantly, not as the chosen one, as a fracture waiting to happen. Maul speaks to Anakin plainly. He tells him what no one else will, that the Jedi are afraid of what they cannot predict. That love is not weakness, but unmanaged fear is fatal. That isolation is how darkness wins. Anakin listens. Palpatine watches. The Sith change tactics. They do not try to corrupt Maul. They isolate him. Assignments away from Coruscant. Political pressure. Council suspicion. Whispers of imbalance. Quiet distance. Maul senses the shift too late. Order 66 is prepared, but Maul feels the tremor before it activates. He confronts Anakin, not with accusations, but with truth. He tells him the Jedi are about to fall, and why. Anakin hesitates. That hesitation fractures destiny. The purge begins, but not cleanly. Some Jedi survive. Some clone units hesitate. Confusion spreads faster than obedience. Palpatine reveals himself, but without complete control. The galaxy fractures instead of collapsing. Maul survives, not as a legend, as a scar. He becomes a wandering protector, dismantling Sith operations before they solidify, guiding survivors, teaching balance without dogma. He is not a master. He does not rebuild the Order. He refuses to repeat its mistakes. And in the end, Darth Maul, once meant to embody rage, becomes the one thing the dark side cannot tolerate. A man who understands it and chooses otherwise.